Well, does anybody really want to live in an institution? That's a cheap joke. The reality is that I think marriage is something that works for a great many people and is a way of solidifying relationships, and is particularly appropriate for children because it gives a continuity in the raising of the children. The fact that in both of my marriages I was not successful isn't because I didn't try, particularly in the second one. I was in a relationship and a marriage with Kimberly Conrad for 8.5 years, and we have 2 wonderful children, and they live right next door, and they are the joy of my life. The fact that the marriage didn't work is certainly not because I didn't try. I was faithful to it and worked very hard at it, but some people are made for marriage and some people aren't. No, it probably depends on how you define feature. If you're talking about an ongoing feature, obviously the most important one is the Playmate of the Month. Probably the second most important is the Playboy interview that included everybody from Martin Luther King to Jimmy Carter, where he said that in his heart he had lusted over women. On a more personal level, in the 1960s, the James Bond novels, which we pre-published, were very important and had a major impact on our circulation. And in that same time frame, I wrote an editorial series called The Playboy Philosophy that helped actually promote and make a case for the sexual revolution. So I'm particularly proud of that. The curious thing is that as difficult an economic time as the 1930s were, it was also a time of remarkable closeness for the country and for the people that lived in the country, in this country. Throughout the 30s and to the war years, there was a unity of purpose that does not exist anymore. We believed in the country for good reason, and as difficult a time as it was economically, one found a lot of ways to have fun. It was also a time in which you could quite literally, you left your house open. You didn't even feel obliged to lock your door. You could wander anywhere in the city, and I grew up in Chicago. You could go anywhere in the city and feel safe. You could sleep in the park at night. It was a different time.